a lamb. Oh, it's whispering to me that we're live. Oh my God. What do I do now? We're a couple minutes early. Let me just go. Hello, Rocketeers. How about that? That's a good open. Stingray, always on the point, taking us to the promised land. Hey, Stingray, how you doing, brother? Thank you for being here. Just occurred to me my phone is on. Let me turn this bad boy off. Well, not off, but you know what I mean. Just make it quieter. So have to get me a pair of headphones. I've been, I've been using these headphones. Oh, come on, man. This isn't hard. I've been using these headphones for, here we go. We're mute now. I've been using these headphones since 1989. When I was on the radio back from 1989 until what? 2009 or something? Mhm. Sure did. Anyway, these obviously, right, these are headphones, right, and there's a you can see you can see it's frayed and whatever, but they still work great. But here's where it gets kinda nasty. They're starting to separate and whatever. They're not gonna make it. I'm probably gonna retire these things, after the orange and white game. That'd probably be the prudent thing to do. Get a better framing job here. All right, let me say hi to folks coming in. Stingray, hello, sir, to you. Cowboy Jabs, thank you for showing up. Cowboy Jabs says, howdy, guys and gacks. I mean, gals. I kind of like gacks better. Howdy, guys and gacks. There's my Ohio State buddy. Remind me of your name again. Is it Sean? Is that what it is? Is it Sean? Have I got you confused with somebody else? Anyway, the Buckeyes have their game on Saturday too. I saw that. And I was going to mention that tonight. Killing it on the recruiting trail. Yes, Carnell Tate, you bastard. You went to the Buckeyes. I tell you what, you may have gone to the Buckeyes, but you'll never, ever know the absolute decadent pleasure of biscuits and gravy from East Tennessee. Am I right, y'all? Am I right? Am I right? Boom after boom after boom. Y'all are killing it on the recruiting track. We ain't doing so bad ourselves. There's my girl from Jackson, Rebecca. How you doing, darling? Or how you doing, Gack? You're my favorite darling, Gack. Everyone excited to get to Saturday. I sure am. I can't wait. It's I haven't decided 100% yet whether I'm going or not because my life, I don't like the way this is framed. I'm going to frame it just a tad differently. There we go. By the way, when you come in, make sure that you hammer that like button. And if you're new here, give me a subscribe. Why not? It helps pay the bills. Speaking of help paying the bills, this broadcast and this channel is sponsored by Luxury Travel Nashville. Speaking of help paying the bills, this broadcast and this channel is sponsored by Luxury Travel Nashville, which is a boutique agency for travel, right? Now, let me tell you something. I'm going to share this with you here just real quick. Uh, they are promoting a thing now, which is going over the next few months, where you can book. Check this out. This is amazing. You can book a trip to the Titanic. What? Yeah, an actual trip to the Titanic. And I'll be doing a video on this. I run their social media for them, and I'll be doing a video on this. And when you see it pop up, check it out because it's just interesting as hell. It's amazing. What you do is, I mean, it's just like going on a cruise, except for you. It's an expedition to the bottom of the ocean, 12 miles down. I think it's 12 miles down. And, you saw the movie Titanic, right? Or and the documentary and all that kind of stuff. It's right there. And they put you in a sub and you go down and do that. But before they put you in the sub, it's an 8-day excursion, right? And it takes off, as I recall, in Newfoundland, right? And then it heads out to sea, which is the cruise part. But wait a minute, instead of hanging out in the lobby or in the in the bar and watching a bad production of Oklahoma, what they do is they train you because you're going to have a job on this expedition down to the Titanic. It is just sick, crazy, good. I can't believe it. Um, and I don't know the cost on it yet. I'll find out for that. Find out for you soon. But man, isn't that exciting? Would any of y'all do that? I would do that. I would do that in a heartbeat. Man, that would be scary and exciting. And once you hear all the details, it's awesome. It's pretty exciting. Okay, I just thought I'd share that with you. That's coming up, and you can book it through Luxury Travel Nashville. My good friends, the Dockeries, Dockery Destination. This destination is to the bottom of the ocean. Wow, that's an amazing thing, I think. Holy crackers. What's going on? They just finished up their 11th practice of spring practice. I'm a little confused because, they get 15 practices, and which is kind of weird because they have 11 on Tuesday. They're off today. They have another one tomorrow, which is technically their last practice because Friday is kind of a walkthrough, right? Before the game. So there won't be any contact or anything like that on Friday before the big game. So if my math is right, if yesterday was the 11th practice, tomorrow will be the 12th. Friday, even though it's a walkthrough, will be the 13th. And then the game will be the 14th. Did they not get a practice or not? Did they get cheated? I don't know. Let me know. You heard anything about that? Maybe they just decided that because of the Easter holidays, they just go with 14. But that's the deal. Now, who all is going to the game? I mean, I would love to go, but my life is a little chaotic at the moment, which is why I haven't been on here as much as I normally am. I'm currently trying to find a new studio to work out of, staying with friends. Appreciate that. But life is just a little chaotic for me. And I don't know whether I can get up to Knoxville for Saturday's game. Now then, for those of you who can't make it, I'm still going to try. I'm still holding out hope. But I'm going, well, what if I can't? What if I can't go to the game on Saturday? What's going to happen? Is the world going to end? No, it's not going to end. But I sure would like to be there because I think it's going to be a spectacle. Because obviously, Joe Milton and Nico Iamaleava. Okay, that's going to be a spectacle that we want to see. We want to participate in that. And it's one of those things where you kind of like, I was there, right? I was there when all this started. But if you can't make it, also the running back room, I'm doing a video on the running back room either tomorrow or Friday. I tell you, this running back room is amazing. And I have an interview with Jerry Mack, the running backs coach. And I'm the first time I've ever listened to him. He's quite articulate in the same kind of style that Coach Halsley is. I was very impressed. And here's the thing about the running back room. This Dylan Sampson, right? Jabari Small, number 2, and Jalen Wright, 20. They're the top 2 rotating running backs. Well, they're both out, right? Jabari had surgery, I think. He's been banged up all spring. He won't be back, obviously, until the fall. And Jalen hadn't been 100%. So, who is the number 1 running back? Number 24, Dylan Sampson. What everybody was crazy about last year, right? And he made some waves and made himself known last year. And now he has been the number 1 running back in spring practice. And then there's this kid. And now, what this means is the number of reps that they're getting, right? And then behind him is this Deshaun Bishop, which has surprised everyone with how well he's done. And then behind him is, Cam Seldon, who is living up to expectations. And I heard somebody talk about, well, I'm not really sure what's going to happen because the big fella hadn't got here yet. Who is that? That's Khalifa Keith. All right. Remember, I did a thing on him. Back when, back during after the season, during the heavy recruiting period, I thought he was going to be one of the early enrollees. It turns out he was not. He is not coming until summer. He was the big truck of a guy who was faster than everybody in high school. Now, I don't know what that says. I don't know how you handicap that. Whatever. But he's coming. Rebecca says Sampson is a beast. I just saw a practice video of him, and he really, really is amazing. Thank you for that, Rebecca. He certainly is. Right. Right. So going to do a video on the running back room before the game. We know what we can expect for Nico and for Joe, right? I mean, that's just going to be a shootout. It's going to be fun. And all of these new running backs, we're going to get a chance to see them a lot on Saturday. We're going to get a whole bunch of Dylan Sampson. We're going to get a whole bunch of Deshaun Bishop. And both of these guys are everybody's going, what the hell? Where did these guys come from? Is Jabari Small and Jalen Wright, really our best guys? I don't know. Right? So we'll see. And then we got Cam Seldon. I just wish we had Khalifa Keith here as well, but he'll be here during the summer. By the way, thank you all for coming in. I appreciate you. And hammer that like button for me. I'd appreciate that. It helps me grow. La Baguette, my sick chicken friend from USC, they say. They say that's what they call South Carolina, USC. Yeah. USC's in Los Angeles. I don't know how to tell you, but it is. See, I'm just picking up the fight we had, La Baguette, my darling. He says, got a 3-hour bus ride Saturday to a band contest, but I'll be watching the game if it's broadcast. Great segue. You can see the game if you can't go to it. You can see the game on ESPN Plus online streaming, or the SEC Plus channel. Now, I don't know whether that's going to be on the SEC network or not, somewhere up and down the channels, but at least we can watch it streaming online. Although I hate those bastards at ESPN. Hate them. Oh, Rocket Man, you shouldn't hate anybody. I hate them bastards. What do we got here? Baghead says there might be a USC in Cali, but the USC is in South Carolina. All right, I'm going to give you that. I appreciate the way you hang in there with your sick chickens. I appreciate that. I respect it and I admire it. But to me, growing up, and I've been on the planet about 10 times longer than anybody else here, USC, Trojans, not the Cocks. Let's take a poll. We got a few people in here. When you think of USC, boys and girls, do you think of the USC Trojans or the South Carolina Sick Chickens? Let's take a poll. Have a vote. Just have a quick vote. I'll wait. Come on. Give me some votes. I mean, I'm just going to say USC. Now, this is in no way to denigrate them. Sean Trojan. See? La Baguette. La Baguette, my darling. Really. I mean, I appreciate it. I appreciate the fact that you want USC to be identified South Carolina, but it's not. The Baguette says fake. Listen, we're not going to vote you off the island because you think South Carolina Sick Chickens is USC. We love you, man. You got the greatest name on this channel, La Baguette. I mean, you should be starring in a Disney movie, an animated movie, but a Disney movie with a name like that. Hey, I'm going to read you some of the, found an article today that I think is pretty cool. These are comments about Joe Milton from the players. Nico, Joe's been great, like a big brother to me when I first came here. He's been really just rallying all the troops around us, getting everybody to buy into what we're trying to build and what the team's building. Joe has been great and a great big brother to me, end quote. Junior defensive back, Christian Charles. I see Joe as our leader, man. And the thing is, just because he got thrust into the role now as the starter and the guy, in a sense, He was a leader before he was the guy. Me and Joe are pretty close. Nathan Leacock, this is a guy, one of the receivers that I'm looking forward to seeing on Saturday. Now he's a stone cold freshman, but he is here. This all of these freshmen, they should be in like study hall in high school right now, right? Remember study hall? What a waste of freaking time that was. All of these guys should be in study hall in high school right now, or sitting at the cool kids table at the lunchroom, right? Nathan Leacock, he reminds me, I think he looks a lot like Cedric Tillman, right? I heard somebody today describe him. Oh, it was Brew McCoy. Brew described him as he compared him to T.O. That's pretty impressive. A dude like Brew McCoy saying this Nathan Leacock kid reminds me of T.O. I'm going, whoa. Oh, yeah. Here's what Nathan Leacock says about Joe Milton. The good thing about Joe's passes are even though it's coming really fast, they're tight spirals. So those balls are not hard to catch. It's harder to catch a ball if it's coming a little bit slower but kind of wobbly. Those balls are harder to catch. I don't want to say I'm perfect now. So every day I'm getting better. I'm still adjusting a little bit to everything, but it shouldn't take too long because Joe throws it on the money. And so does Nico. Yeah, well, there you go. Fifth-year senior cornerback, and this guy's getting a lot of praise. Gabe Judy Lally. That's a strange name, isn't it? He's one of the kids from Utah, the transfer, who is probably going to end up starting. Here's what he said about Joe. So actually, in 21, I played at Vanderbilt. We watched a little bit of Joe on film, so I knew that Joe had a cannon for an arm, right? And he could throw it out there. But now getting to know Joe, just like everybody says, Joe is a really good leader and a really good competitor. Doesn't matter. We all talk smack when we're out there on the field, but Joe backs it up. He'll throw the ball deep, and you better make sure that you understand what you're doing when it comes to defense. And I think that Joe, from what I've seen from last year and before that, Joe's really improved on getting the ball across the middle and everything that he does. I think that Joe's he's a little wordy, but he's smart. I think that Joe's going to really propel us to a place where we want to go. So I'm excited to just keep competing against him because if you can guard Joe, I like that, then I think at the end of the day, you're going to be good when it comes to Saturday on the field. That's a great comment. I like that guy. Oh, yeah. What else we got? Here's what Dylan Sampson says about Joe. I would say it feels the same as with Hooker. For the most part, they're different styles of quarterback. Joe might hold the ball a little longer because he likes to go for deep shots. But as far as operation, I mean, last year was like the two leaders on the field. I don't think people really understand that. Those two, they worked with each other. They helped each other. They balanced stuff. They bounced stuff off each other. And Joe and Hendon each got better for complementing each other. So it was comfortable to have both of them last year as leaders, and Joe's just taken another year in the offense. It's going to be real good for the play of the whole team. I think these are great comments. Awesome comments. Y'all got any thoughts on that? Okay, Dester Wilson. Hey, Dester. Thank you for coming in tonight. Appreciate you. Be sure that you hammer that like button. Man, I need you. Dester Wilson throwing a tiny little bit of shade at La Baguette. South Carolina will never be USC. Well, I don't know. We got our ass kicked by them last year in a big way. Stingray, I watched a segment on Joe today about the Orange Bowl game with Eric C. It was really good. Joe had something really interesting to say in his most recent interview. I put that together in one of the videos here during spring practice about, he was asked about his thinking on the Orange Bowl. Can he build off of that? And his response was, and I'm going to be paraphrasing, his response was very simply, I haven't looked at the Orange Bowl. The Orange Bowl's in the past. We're not going to worry about the Orange Bowl. And I'm just going to go out there and face every day as I get it, manage the challenges, turn them into opportunities, and we're going to roll. Right? I love his attitude about that. We got a little dust up, a little Donnybrook going on. A baguette replies to Dexter Wilson, must be one of the deplorables from USC. Oh, man. Dude, you can't bring Hillary Clinton into this channel. You can't do that. I'm surprised you didn't feel the shock, because I have a little electrical system that when he brings a reference like that in there, they go, that's all right, Baguette. You fight your battle. Your battle's the best way you want to. Now, here's the thing. Let's talk about the Bud Light thing. What are y'all thinking about the Bud Light thing? And before whatever anybody says, I'm just going to tell you what I think. I have divorced myself from the craziness of society. I kind of look at all of it like George Carlin used to look at it. You know, not my not my monkeys, not my circus, right? And I'm just looking at it because it's so effing crazy. And it's so word I'm looking for. Defies the bounds of credulity. Unbelievable. But it's amusing. It's just amusing to me. I wonder if they're going to sell any Bud Light. By the way, I don't think it'll be interesting. If I don't go, right, I want somebody, and somebody does, I want somebody to report to me whether or not they were selling Bud Light there. La Baguette, Bud Light lost pretty much all of their customers, and the ones who were left didn't know about it. Yeah, I agree with you. But what's scary is I don't think they care. That's what's scary. Me, I drink Zevia. It's a really good root beer, and it has stevia for the sweetener in it, which is pretty good for diabetics like me. And I'm going to check my blood sugar as we speak, if you don't mind. Anybody else in here diabetic? Hang on a second. See, I turned it off and I can't hear it. Anyway. Hey, I'm in range. Sean says they made that dude a spokesperson for Oil of Olay. I know. I know. He is creepy. I find his behavior disturbing. Our society has gone insane. I'll tell you what, I was thinking about this today because I knew I was going to talk about this tonight. See, I don't find him crazy. What I find crazy, who I find crazy, are the bastards and the total idiots like the Bud Light people and the oil of Olay people and all of those other dumb fucks that follow that thing and enable the whole thing. I don't care about him. Teddy Strunk, what's up, brother? Thanks for coming. I knew you'd be here. I don't care about him. I mean, do what you want to do. It doesn't, no skin off my nose. But when they start, see, it's weaponized. That's the problem. And that's the reason they're doing it. They don't care if they lose money. They just want to smack us old boys with camouflage hats down here in Tennessee. That's right. He's gonna slap his gross face, but that Audrey Hepburn looking gay boy thinks he's a girl. How was that? Was that good? I used to be an actor. Oh man. We are all I'm convinced. I'm convinced the end is coming. Either Jesus is coming or a meteor is coming. I have no doubt in my mind. Let me get. Don't worry, at least all the women who want to know what Nike clothes would look like on them will now know what they look like on a man. Right? Yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy. But my beef is not with him. I don't care about him. I don't care about drag queens. When I was in New York many thousands of years ago, I lived with 2 drag queens in my first apartment. No lie. And one of them is famous. Probably the most famous drag queen there is, Lip Synca. Lip Synca. Lip Synca was, I was a singer and an actor in a life long ago. And Lip Synca was my piano player. Go ahead and Google Lip Synca. You'll find her. She was great, super talented, great friend. But man, when they start weaponizing it, when they start forcing it on kids, that's when I get a little upset about it all. And I have family members who just recently started homeschooling their kids this year. To that, I say, bravissimo. Bravissimo. Anyway, are we done with that? It's going to get, God, it's going to get so bad. Oh, crazy. Teddy Strong, agree 100%. Jesus is coming. There's a guy I follow on Instagram. His name is Justin Danger. What is his name? Justin Danger Nunnally or something like that. You should find him. He's fun. And when somebody does something like that, you just come on, y'all. We're going down to the river. We just need a good old fashioned baptism down by the river. He's a Southern boy as well. Unfortunately, I wouldn't want to invite him on the show and do a collab. And maybe I will anyway. But the problem is, I'm pretty sure he's an Alabama fan. Don't need those around here. Right? Got plenty of them. Huh. What else do I need to know? What else do you need to know? Oh, I read another article about people still are criticizing Tennessee's offense that for some reason it's not legitimate. That's such a crock of shit, isn't it? They don't realize that Josh Heupel is a kingmaker. Okay, he really is. He's a kingmaker when it comes to quarterbacks and quarterback play, and he's got a system in process that, wow. In this article, it points out that, and I had forgotten this bit. Head coach Josh Heupel made NFL fourth round draft pick Landry Jones into Oklahoma's greatest statistical passer in their football history over Heisman Trophy winners Baker Mayfield and Kyler Murray. Now, here's the thing. Hendon Hooker is really flying up into everybody's radar now. Evidently, he's getting a little better. I don't know what degree physically was his participation in the pro day at Neyland, but something has happened that his recovery is being sped up or speeded up for some reason. Maybe he is getting better quicker, but he's now projected to go in the first round. Now, here's something that I do not get. In this article, let me just read it here. Quarterback Hendon Hooker didn't consistently make NFL reads in college. Yeah, he was horrible about finding an open receiver, wasn't he? Wasn't he just horrible? Freaking morons. But that doesn't mean he won't in the NFL. Hooker's professional success reflects his character and his work ethic. Every quarterback has questions. Bryce Young, from Alabama, he's dealing with size concerns. CJ Stroud didn't consistently create out of the structure of the offense. Anthony Richardson, which I don't even understand why he's even talked about in this situation. I never saw Anthony Richardson do anything. I saw him be hyped all season. The season he was on the bench and the season that he played and it was his team and did absolutely nothing. And they're talking about, he's going to go high. Why? And Will Levis, the Kentucky quarterback, oh my God, he's going to kill it in the next level. Why? He sucked last year. I mean, sucked. He got his ass handed to him by Tennessee and others. And you're telling me he's going to go ahead, that those two clowns are going to go ahead of Hendon Hooker? I don't think so. I don't think so. I think Hendon Hooker is going to make a late run. I know Sean will know this. Sean, when is the NFL draft? I don't have that in front of me. Anybody got a date on that? Let me know. Mr. Jones is here. Hey, Mr. Jones. Sean says, you guys are going to the game, but the question is, can you stand up against Georgia's front? Well, that's a great question. Look, we're not denigrating. I will never denigrate Georgia until we beat them. But I am telling you, we have a very good football team. And a very good football team, even playing against a great football team at Neyland Stadium, is going to balance the scales of justice. All right? You saw what happened to Alabama. You say, well, Alabama's not one. Yeah, you saw what happened to Alabama. They had and what happened to Tennessee when Tennessee went to Georgia was all of those pre-snap penalties really just, like at a birthday party when you're blowing up the balloon, you try to tie it and it gets out of your hand. That shit matters big time. Now, I'm not saying we're going to beat them. I think we will. I think we have a really good chance with that stadium there. And I think, thank you for that, Sean. First night of the draft is April 27th. Oh, man, that's damn close, isn't it? Holy crackers. What? That's in 2 weeks. 2 weeks from tomorrow. Thank you for that. Appreciate it. Let's see. Let me catch up with some. Oh, I didn't see my thing here was not working properly, and I didn't see your full. You guys are going to average 40 points a game, but the question is, can you stand up to the Georgia front to get where you want to be? That's what you got to do. 100%. I don't have the answer to that. We'll see. That's the answer. The question, though, really now is, can they stop our offense at Neyland? That's going to be the question. Maybe, maybe not. Mr. Jones got a thing going on. No, that's Ms. Jones, isn't it? Sorry. Hooker had 68 touchdowns, 5 interceptions, 2 seasons. Yes, sir. AR had 23 touchdowns, 14 interceptions. Thank you, Mr. Jones. Levis, whatever his name is, had 43 touchdowns, 23 interceptions. That's what I'm saying. They both really kind of sucked. I mean, those aren't first round numbers. Oh, well, they're built like proto. Screw that. Guarantee you, Hendon Hooker will have. I hate it when people say that and they can't really guarantee something. So I take that back. I'm not going to guarantee anything because I got nothing to guarantee that with. I got nothing to back up that guarantee. But it's my passionate opinion that Hendon Hooker, and I would bet $100 on it, that Hendon Hooker will be the more prolific quarterback than either two of those guys because they're not any good mechanically. They're big and strong and they have a flash every now and then, but I don't think so. Teddy Strunk. Well, hang on. I jumped Le Baguette. The Shane train is leaving the station. I got to be on it, so I'm going to head out. Choo choo, Le Baguette. Thank you, sir. I'm always happy that you're around here. All right. Thank you for coming back, and I appreciate and admire you for your passion for your football team, the Sick Chickens. Adios, brother. Thank you, Teddy Strunk. Wide receivers too. There are 2 wideouts going to the NFL. Yeah. That may not have been stars in another offense. Yeah. Best offense in the country. I say it. It's the offense, stupid. Because it is. Truly. Sean says first night is April 27th. Thank you again for that. Mr. Jones, Hooker beat Bryce. Levis. What is it? It's Levis, isn't it? I want to say Levi's. That's what it looks like to me. Anthony Richard. And Anthony Reach hard, son. Mr. Jones, you funny. Mr. Jones also says on game days, Hooker was the best quarterback and the most clutch. Yeah. On Saturdays for sure, except for the Georgia game. Mr. Jones, Anthony Richards and Levis sucked in college, but somehow they're going to magically be good against the NFL defenses. Well, there you are. That sums it up. So I don't know whether that's all true or not, or it's all just bullshit from the media, right? But the point is, Hendon Hooker is now starting to get a lot of attention. And I'm sure he can't be fully rehabbed yet. So something is happening in these meetings that he's going around, talking to all these football teams. Something's happening. They're liking him because it's been nothing but positive, except for Mel Kiper. What the hell does he know? Anyway, hey, if you're just in here for a short time, appreciate you hammer the like button for me. Help me out. And if you're new here, consider subscribing. Thank you. Okay. Man, y'all wore me out. I've been yakking for 45 minutes. Sheesh. Nobody should have to be subjected to that, listening to me for 45 minutes. Mr. Jones, one more. This is the last one. If you got any comments, get them in because we're done. And as soon as we get these comments in, Mr. Jones, Hooker can also help implement some of the Heupel's offensive schemes. They keep saying that Heupel's offense, which is part of that article that I started to read, you didn't get all the way through it. And that was the thing. That Heupel's offense, well, Hooker's not going to be any good because he's playing in that offense, and that offense won't work in the NFL. Mm-hmm. How come? How come? We'll see. I think Hooker's going to go in the first round, and that's going to be huge. That's going to be huge for recruiting. All right. And then we get Joe out there next year going in the first round. Woohoo! The problem is going to be keeping Nico the following year so that he stays a couple of years, which he probably won't. Anyway, Mr. Jones, again, you are on fire tonight, brother. The SEC is the closest thing to NFL. Saban couldn't stop. Yeah, Teddy Strong. You want to meet on the strip before the Orange and White game Saturday? Half barrel, maybe. Teddy Strong, I'm not 100%. I will. Absolutely. Only if you'll buy me a Bud Light. Oh, man. I'm just. And bring me some oil of Olay so I can just get all pretty for you. No, Teddy. I don't know 100% whether I'm going or not yet. My life is a little crazy at the moment, and I might have to work this weekend, right? So, anyway, I don't know that I can get up to Knoxville. I won't know until Saturday morning. I thought I could plan a thing, but it's not working out like I thought. So I may be doing website maintenance for my job tomorrow. I mean, over the weekend. But I'll be watching it right here on my little laptop while I'm watching. I'll be hollering and go, "Ye go Vols, you bastards." All right. All right. I thank you all for popping in here. You're all good eggs and loyal, and I appreciate you. Thank you very much. And I will have a video up. I think I'll have a video up tomorrow, I think, if not Friday for sure. So, and I will be here watching this thing. You know what I should do? I tell you what, for those who aren't going to the game, I'll just do a live during the game so we can watch the game and holler at one another all at the same time. See how this is working out? Mm-hmm. All right. Mr. Jones won last. The Vols could have 3 first-round draft picks: Hooker, Darnell Wright, and Jalen Hyatt. You're absolutely right. Absolutely right. Thank you all. I appreciate you all. Love you all. And I will see you in the next few days for sure. And I am definitely going to do that. So be sure I'm going to do a live so that I'll break out the other computer here. I'll be live on one and I'll be watching it on the other. That's what I'll do. Because I was really disappointed that you really can't afford to go. Nugs. Nugs is going, wait. How you doing, brother? Haven't seen you in a while. But anyway, that's what I'm going to do, I think. Is I'll just do it live and then I will watch it on another. I'll break out the second computer laptop over here and we'll have us a party. And I'll bring the Bud Light. And I'll wear my hair in pigtails. Extra added bonus. And if y'all are real nice, I'll wear a bikini. Nugs, where you been? How you going? How you doing? I won't be able to make the orange and white game. I have 4 tickets I'm trying to give away. Oh, okay. Well, there you go, folks. There you go. If you want to go to the game, Nugs. Sean says no on the bikini. Oh, come on, Sean. You're no fun anymore. Ever since you got all grown up and all. Yeah, anybody want these tickets? Nugs has got them. Y'all can hook up with him and do it. Nugs, it's great to see you. I appreciate you popping in. We're just shutting it down now. I thank you again, and we'll see you with the video tomorrow or Friday. And I'm going to do a video on the running backs room. Because that's exciting. I'm really excited about the running backs. So that'll be fun. So I'll see you tomorrow, Friday, and I will see you live on Saturday during the orange and white game. Nugs, that's all right. Not a problem, brother. I appreciate you. And good night, everyone. See you soon. Go Big Orange.